Hi, everybody. Welcome to our podcast, where we delve into all things Microsoft Dynamics 365, bringing you the latest news, insights, while also unraveling the complexities of software testing and solutions in the industry. I'm your host, Nathan, and today we're joined by the esteemed Jermy. Welcome, Jermy.
Thank you, Nathan. Delighted to be here.
Good to have you as well, Jermy. So I guess we'll start nice and easy. What's the latest buzz that you're hearing in the world of Dynamics 365 today?
Well, Nathan, the talk of the town revolves around the upcoming April 2024 release and the new one version rule. It's causing quite a stir, with everyone rushing to update their versions before the changes kick in. From my conversations with clients, it seems the full impact of these changes hasn't quite hit home yet, which is concerning. Those who have stayed current with the updates and don't have a backlog of changes are better off. But for others, I would say brace yourselves for a testing marathon.
Thanks for that, Jeremy. Sounds like it could get quite complicated in the next year or so. How do you think organizations can gear up for these impending changes?
Good question, Nathan. My advice is jump on the test automation bandwagon pronto. So focus on developing an automation test pack that covers your critical business workflows. It should be easily maintained. It can run overnight on a pipeline, and it offers valuable insights for quick decision making. Having a thousand test case pack, that with 80% coverage doesn't mean you have everything. It's crucial to assess the effectiveness of your automation. How do we do that? By just looking at how frequently it's run. What's the defect detection rate? Is there a manual involvement when you're running your automation pack? Do you do frequent updates to your scripts because of the changes that come in with evergreen updates and other changes? And by running those tests day in and day out, does it actually give you insights on ways to improve? So these are some of the things that you really need to look at and get yourselves to do automation the right way.
Right. So there's a lot more than just actually implementing the automation. We need to make sure that all of these things are also in place as well. With these updates, the frequent ones that are coming from Microsoft, maintaining like an adaptable test strategy or test strategies are key. How do you keep your testing processes flexible?
Yeah, another good one, Nathan. Absolutely. I mean, evergreen updates demand continuous training and robust regression testing. With the upcoming changes, the end users need to be aware of what's going to change and how they use the systems. And you also need to make sure your regression tests are ready to run with these changes. So we need to start testing. One of the key aspects which we tell customers is start testing as soon as the early access window starts from Microsoft. And that helps you to have enough time to ensure you get sufficient test coverage. Another aspect you need to look at is to keep your regression packs up to date. Look at having frequent updates to the regression pack based on the changes. And make sure you do a thorough impact analysis. Understand the change and make sure your business works with your QA team to understand the impact of that change and mitigate any potential risks. Another solution that we adopt nowadays is utilizing self-healing capabilities that kind of helps to lighten that automation maintenance load and ensures that your processes stay nimble and responsive to changes. So these are a few points that we've learned over time.
Right. So expertise plays a really important factor here, an understanding of D365, and I guess keeping your ear to the ground as well to understand what these upcoming changes could do to what you already have. And speaking of these challenges, traditional test automation often struggles with dynamic UI elements. How have you tackled this in your experience?
Yeah, that's very true, Nathan. I mean, dynamic UI elements are a beast, especially in the Microsoft Dynamics space. Now, what is our approach? We harness tailored solutions and frameworks designed specifically to support that challenge, to support Dynamics 365. So our frameworks have reusable libraries and techniques that actually are able to easily identify objects. They also offer solutions which provide instant automation capabilities. So all that initial investment in setting up your framework, building your initial scripts, all of that is actually reduced and you expedite your testing journey. Our D365 automation framework that we have called Framium comes with ready-made test cases that cuts down your design effort by 40% and helps you kickstart testing right away. So in a nutshell, I would say we need to be ready with automation. We need to ensure we have as much reusability to make sure our design processes are efficient. And we need to use solutions that will actually support dynamics. These are some of the key points we need to consider.
Right. Okay. So adaptability will be crucial. And managing regression suites is also another big challenge for people. How have you addressed that?
So yeah, yes, we have seen over a period of time, people tend to kind of build on their regression suites, which end up with large regression test packs. And that can be daunting because the time taken to run the entire regression pack will be huge, and thus your test cycle time increases. So before you do any automation, we need to first of all meticulously analyze your test cases. Apply regression maintenance guidelines. We have a specific checklist and a set of guidelines that we adopt for regression maintenance to refine your test pack. What does that give you? It weeds out those duplicates, it identifies redundancies and eliminates them. In the end, what you get is a lean, business critical regression pack that is primed for automation and gets you the most value out of automation.
Okay, so it's important to make sure that you're merging and purging and streamlining your regression testing as much as possible. And there's some really good insights here around test automation. But what about performance testing? I mean, and performance in general. Customizations, from my experience in Dynamics, can impact app performance. How have you ensured optimal performance, despite heavy customizations and a large number of integrations?
Yeah, you're right on that point, Nathan. Performance testing is often overlooked, but it is very critical. And as you said, specifically on those highly customized and integration points, because each of those are potential points of failure. So what have we done? We've actually invested in creating a specific performance testing platform called T-Perform. So what's different from normal performance testing? One is that it's built for Dynamics, meaning you are able to run your performance tests on Dynamics applications. It doesn't do just performance testing. It also monitors your applications, monitors your different integrations, monitors your system performance, and gives you valuable insights. It also does performance testing at various levels. It's not just performance testing on the UI side. We always, especially as integrations might be at an API level, so we do performance testing as early as possible on the APIs to ensure the API will be able to manage the load. And so performance testing coupled with performance monitoring, and on top of that, an extensive dashboard which gives you real insight into what those performance issues are and what is a potential risk. It gives you more information, which will help you debug and resolve your performance issues. So it is crucial. Performance testing is very crucial in your Dynamics implementations, especially at those integration and customization points. And having the right framework and solutions in place that are suitable for Dynamics is also important.
So not just delivering performance testing, but also trying to be proactive in performance management, I think is the point you're getting, which makes a lot of sense. And lastly, I know you're very well involved into the D365 ecosystem. What disruptors do you think we can expect in the upcoming April 2024 release?
Yeah, I think the main features of the April 2024 release revolve around the Copilot's enhanced capabilities. Copilot is indeed making a lot of waves within Microsoft, and for good reasons. With the upcoming releases, Copilots will revolutionize insights, productivities, and quality outcomes in D365. As a user of Dynamics, you will be getting more information about your customers, more insights, which will help you to to enhance the journey and in the end give more, in the end improve your end user satisfaction. So Copilot is fueled by advanced models like GPT-4, and it also leverages deep learning to transform businesses from a reactive approach to a predictive response. This is a true game changer, and that's something that would really make you a differentiator with your product in the industry.
Thanks for that, Jeremy. I mean, Copilot is definitely top of the news for D365 updates. So I think we're all excited to get our hands on it and start making use of it. I know we haven't had a huge amount of time, but that I found that really, really interesting. A lot of good points specifically around automation and performance and how you can manage the regular updates coming from Microsoft, and maybe what things people should consider when looking at both of these types of testing. So thank you, Jeremy, for your time, for sharing your insights and experiences. It's been really enlightening, actually, to learn about, all the innovative solutions that can be used to manage D365 projects or live implementations. Thank you very much, Jeremy.
Thank you, Nathan. It's been a pleasure, and thank you for having me.
Thanks, Jeremy, and to our listeners, thanks for tuning in. I hope you found it useful, and stay tuned for more insightful discussions on D365. But until next time, happy testing, I hope. Thank you.